Sanders, is there anyone that needs to be let in? I know there was a member of the public for the second application.
Through the chair, we've started recording, and everyone that was in the waiting room is now here.
Okay, great. All right. Before we get started, please be advised that the Committee of Adjustment hearings are recorded, and a copy of the recording will be posted to the city's website and YouTube channel. Those in attendance may be included in the footage. By attending this meeting, you are agreeing to be part of the recording. Okay. And we can start going. Okay. All right. Before we get started, does anyone have any items they would like to discuss regarding the procedural orders?
No, and I'll move them.
All right. Seeing none, Cheryl will move. Jeff will
I'll
second.
second.
All in favor? That motion passes 4-0. Okay. On to the first item. First item on the agenda is application or submission A26011, notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, also 1990. The owner is Lux Homes Design and Build, Inc. Location is 4364 Green Bend. The purpose is to permit a single detached dwelling with an attached garage. Variance requested are one, to permit a garage width of 52%, whereas 50% is the maximum permitted. Okay. Is the applicant here?
No, I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
Mhm.
It's about as simple as it gets. So, if everyone's okay, but we can just go ahead and go forward.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Does anyone require a presentation on this? Can't imagine. No? All right.
No.
Okay. We'll go on to committee. Jeff, is there any questions?
No, really straightforward. Thank you.
All right. Cheryl?
well, the configuration of the road makes the lots a bit wonky. So no,
Yeah.
no issues with me, none. Thank you.
All right. Miriam?
No issues. Thank you.
Okay. Great. No, I don't have any questions either. It's, like Cheryl said, with the situation, the way the lot is, it just,
Mhm.
makes things the way it is. So, okay. All right. With that said, can I get some direction? Miriam?
I'll move the application as is.
All right. Miriam will move the application. Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Keep thinking Miriam's up here twice.
4.
Yeah, 4-0.
4-0.
Okay. To the applicant that isn't here, but this permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant and the minister, a specified person or public body, may file with Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, we consider the matter closed. All right.
JEBFI, can you identify yourself and what application you're here for, please?
John Fitzgerald.
Yeah, he's
I'm the
with,
president of Crumlin Sportsman regarding the variance on 558 Crumlin
Crumlin Road.
Side Road.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the one we're up to next. So, okay. Second item on the agenda is submission number A26012, notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, also 1990. The owner is Mark Heemstra. The agent is J. Redan Homes, Inc. The location is 558 Crumlin Side Road. The purpose is to temporarily permit 2 single detached dwellings on the same lot, and to permit, excuse me, to permit an increase to a maximum floor area for the new dwelling. Variances requested are one, to temporarily permit 2 single detached dwellings, whereas 1 is permitted. 2, to permit a maximum floor area of 358.9% greater than the existing floor area on the date of date of passing of the bylaw, whereas 10% is the maximum permitted.
I
Okay.
think because Yeah, we have public here. There should be a presentation on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay. Is the agent here or they're in person?
Yeah, they're there in the,
The owners are in person. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, since there's members of the public here, can I get a short presentation? This is Matt.
Yeah. Yes, Mark Heemstra is here.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, members of committee. Through the chair, the following application is a minor variance for 558 Crumlin Side Road, where the applicant is requesting variances to propose a secondary single detached dwelling. The variances requested are: one, to temporarily permit 2 single detached dwellings, whereas 1 is permitted. The temporary use provisions of the London Plan provide criteria for enacting a temporary use bylaw in situations council deems appropriate. This application has not been evaluated using that criteria because a temporary T-zone cannot be introduced through a minor variance. Based on this, planning and development staff are of the opinion that a variance to temporarily permit 2 single detached dwellings, whereas 1 is permitted, is not minor in nature and does not maintain the general intent and purpose of the London Plan, because this request should be made through a zoning bylaw amendment process and not through a minor variance. Variance 2, to permit a maximum floor area of 358.9% greater than the existing floor area on the date of passing of the bylaw, whereas 10% is the maximum permitted. Table 5.3 of the zoning bylaw restricts the maximum amount of additional floor area that a single detached dwelling in the residential R1, R117 zone can be expanded by a maximum of 10%. The intent of this regulation is to limit the size of homes in these rural neighborhoods, preserving the rural nature of the area and ensuring that properties in this location maintain their original size and character. Planning and development staff are of the opinion that the requested increase in floor area is not minor in nature, is not desirable for the appropriate use and development of the land, and does not maintain the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw. Based on this, planning and development staff are recommending the refusal of the variances as they do not maintain the general intent and purpose of the London Plan, nor the zoning bylaw, are not minor in nature, and are not desirable for the appropriate use and development of the lands.
All right, great. Thank you. Okay. Is the applicant or is it the owners that are, or the owner in major room?
Yep.
Yes, I'm the owner.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Good.
Okay, I assume you've had a chance to read the report from the city.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
Well, I purchased the property last fall, and I bought it because I loved the property, but I didn't love the house. And it's a 20-acre property, beautiful piece of forest behind. And I said, well, that's not a problem. I'm a builder. I'll just tear down the house and build a nice house. And not realizing that there was this restriction of size. And I'm building a 2,200 square foot house. Currently, there's 1,100 square foot, well, 1,032 square foot house, and I'm building a 2,200 square foot house. I'm not sure where they come up with this 358%, but to me, that's about just over 100% bigger. So I just want to replace the house with a nicer house. And I'm currently living there, so I kind of wanted to stay in the house while I'm building the new house. And then once the house is complete, then tear down the existing house. So as it would be a lot more difficult for me to move off and find another place to live and tear down the house and then build one. So I thought I would try and hopefully be able to live in the house while I'm building. So that's the gist of it. Basically, a 2,200 square foot house and be able to live in it while I'm building.
All right. Okay. We have a member of the public here, so we'll go into that. Can I get a motion to open the public motion? Cheryl? Jeff? All in favor? Miriam? Maria? There we are. All right, she got her hand up. All right, that motion passes 4-0. Okay, Sandra, is John our only member of the public?
Through the
Yeah.
chair, that is correct.
Okay. All right. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, just to give you the lowdown, we will limit you to 5 minutes. We won't cut you off or anything like that, but just be mindful of the time. But the floor is yours.
We submitted a letter
Mhm.
regarding
Mhm.
the proposal. We have some concerns because it is about 350 meters from a very active range that starts in the spring and goes to the fall. May not have been an active range when the property was viewed or purchased. And all winter it's pretty quiet at the back, but it can get very noisy on weekends. We do host a lot of matches that bring in shooters from across the province, and we can have upwards to 100 shooters shooting on the ranges at the back there. That's the action ranges. Plus, we have our ongoing ranges, which are more active as well, that are in the area. We're concerned that there might be noise that the owner may not appreciate, having only being there in the winter. And sort of like the opposite of don't build in my backyard something that's bad or noisy. We're already noisy, and we're concerned that you put these sensitive uses in our vicinity that it'll generate complaints that the committee or the city will have to deal with. And we've asked that maybe consideration be given to construction techniques and things to limit the penetration of sound into the dwelling itself. That's about all I have to say. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, with that, can I get a motion to close the public portion? Miriam, Jeff, all in favor? That motion passes 4-0. Okay, Jeff, is there anything that John said that you'd like to reply to?
His name's Mark.
Oh, Mark, I've got Jeff up here. Okay,
Yeah,
Mark.
sorry. Yes, like I said, I have been living there for the last 6 months almost, and I hear the guns and shooting. And my brother's a member of it, and so I'm very aware of it. I've known it for my whole life, and I have no problem at all with any of the noise. I don't even find it that noisy. I said the traffic noise is louder than the guns, so it didn't bother me at all. So I'm already living there, so whether I live in that house or the other house doesn't make a whole lot of difference. But no, I appreciate the gun club, and I have no problems with them.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, with that said, we can move on to committee. Cheryl, any questions?
Well, first of all, I can understand that if you've got 20 acres, that you're going to want to build a home and you're going to do it properly and enjoy the space. Staff's recommendation is to refuse this, and I have a tremendous amount of, I mean, I respect staff, but I think that Mark has done his homework. He's obviously lived there for 6 months. And if you're going to replace your house and live at the other one, I don't have a problem with that. And quite frankly, I think if we refuse it, then I'm quite sure that they're going to appeal it. And what's coming out of the government anymore is the fact that they're supporting people's rights to build their homes. So, Mr. Chair, I can't move or respect the suggestions. Be prepared to move that we support it, the two of them. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
Miriam, any questions?
I do. I have a, sorry, that was my mistake. So I was kind of muted, but not using the right thing. My question is to staff. How large can we go on the property before it becomes a problem? Because right now it's 1,100 square feet. How large can we go?
They're going 2,200.
That would be 95.9 meters squared, larger than what currently exists, based on the 10% increase.
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay, I have no more questions. Thanks.
Okay. All right, Jeff, any questions?
After reading the report, my biggest question was whether the applicant is currently living on the property. He's already confirmed that. Also, if the applicant has a mortgage, it would be very difficult to tear down the current house and rebuild a new house because the bank would have issues with that. So I'm in 100% support that he's able to build his new home, especially if we have the conditional permit agreement in place. I don't think I would be supporting the conditional of having an archaeological dig at this point either, but I'll leave that up to the rest of the committee.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm sort of of the same mind. Like the first one is like I understand the constraints that staff have and why they recommended what they recommended. It's their hands are tied with a lot of this stuff. But with this, like if there were no house on the lot at all, the size of the house they would be able to build would be substantial, given that it's a 20-acre lot. And so the size, I don't have really any issue. 2,200 square feet these days is a decent sized home, but it's not extravagant by any means. And yeah, and the first variance is just a case where their hands are tied with that. So and we've done it before. I did this before on another committee I sat on where we gave leniency to somebody that wanted to build a home on the same lot. They just wanted a different location, or they wanted to upgrade the home when they bought a piece of agricultural land. So I don't really have any problem with it. I'm really familiar with the lot. It's not very far away from my business. I drive by it at least a couple times a day. So yeah, I don't see the issue here. So other than that, is there any other questions, Miriam?
No questions, but I'm ready to move the application, go, not refuse, but accept.
Okay.
So, yeah, if we want to go that way, and if people are wanting to accept not having the condition of the archaeological dig, I'm also amenable to that. So I'm going to put it on the floor that we go with this application, we accept it, and without the archaeological dig.
Yeah, but you have to remove
Oh, we
it
have to go.
first.
Well, we'll
You
have to amend it
Move
first.
it first?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to amend it. Yes, first.
Okay, so let's amend it first. Sorry, I always forget that step.
Okay, go ahead, amend it.
Okay, I move to amend the application to not include the archaeological dig.
Okay. Jeff seconds.
All right, we've got a motion to remove the condition of the archaeological assessment. Miriam and Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 4-0. Application stands amended. All right, Miriam, did you want to move the new application?
Yep, let's move the application as an acceptance as opposed to a refusal.
Okay. All right, Miriam would like to move the application as amended.
With a permit condition.
Yes,
Right.
with the permit condition that
Permit condition.
the current house be demolished once the new home is completed. Yeah. All right, Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 4-0. Okay, to the applicant, this permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. But with that, we consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time. Okay.
I was gonna build today on that size of lot. I would
Oh.
certainly large too.
Well, I need
One
a size
floor.
lot. I need a lot that size just to build a garage I'd want. So,
But on one floor, anymore when you get older.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that seems to be more and more common now too. So,
Very much so.
yeah, I think
Okay.
it's
And
funny when
laundry has to be on the same floor too.
Yeah, you don't even have to put a basement if you don't want. Okay, we're ready to go.
Yep. On to the next item. Okay. Next item on the agenda is submission number A 26013. Notice of public hearing under section 45 2A1 of the Planning Act, RSO 1990. The owner is Emily Yu and Ling Chen. And the agent is CCR Buildings and Remodeling, Inc. Location is 20 Grosvenor Street. The purpose is to permit an enclosed porch. The variance requested is 1, to permit a maximum floor area ratio of 63.3%, and 2, to permit a maximum floor area of 494 meters squared. Okay. It's funny that the variances have really nothing to do with the enclosed porch, but okay. All right.
Aaron's here with
All right.
CCR.
Aaron's here from CCR. Okay. Hi, Aaron. How are you? You can unmute yourself now.
Hi, sorry about that.
No problem. Okay. Before we get started, does anyone require a presentation?
No.
Seeing none. Okay. All right, Aaron, I assume you've had a chance to read the report from the city. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Just the fact that the reason for it is that they'd like to have an enclosure on their front porch, which encourages the maximum allowable floor area, and that's because they want to be able to feel like they can put their lawn chairs out or their patio furniture out. And unfortunately, in the area, there has been a lot of things that have wandered off of people's porches. So by having this enclosure, they can lock it in the evening and feel a little bit more secure there.
All right. So the enclosed porch is now included in the gross floor area, so you need a variance. Okay.
That looks very, yeah.
Okay. We don't have any members of the public here for this.
Yes.
Oh, I will move directly to committee. Miriam, first up.
Okay, I have no questions, but I do love what they've done and just kind of the conceptual drawings. I think that it looks really good, so I'm good with it.
All right, great. Jeff, any questions?
No questions, but I'm opposite of Miriam, and I'm going to use the councillor's words. It's sort of heritage-y.
Heritage.
Actually, I actually know the building quite well. I live around the corner from it. I've sold the house a couple of times. I'm surprised Heritage has approved this, but they have, knowing full well that that is not anything what the original was on that house. But anyways, it's fine. I think we're dealing with minor variance, so I have no issue with that. I just needed to comment about the heritage.
Okay. All right. Cheryl, any questions?
I'm good.
All right. I'm kind of in between Miriam and Jeff. I really kind of like the design. I like the open glass and everything. But as Jeff said, I am kind of surprised that Heritage approved it. But hey,
Not our job. Not our
maybe they're
job.
Not our
softening up.
job. Nope.
Not our
Not
job.
our job. Nope.
Nope.
Once it's approved, we're happy to let it go. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm sort of jealous of this house. I've always loved the houses with the big wraparound porches and stuff. So it's wonderful. So with that
I've
said,
moved it. I've moved it.
Cheryl moved.
Yes.
Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 4-0. All right, Aaron. This permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, we consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. On to the final item. Okay. Okay. Final item on the agenda is submission number A 26014, notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, RSO 1990. The owner is 2804904, Ontario Inc. Agent is Civic Planning and Design. The location is at 1982 Commissioners Road East. The purpose is to permit cluster townhouse dwellings. Variances requested are 1 to permit an interior side yard depth of 1.8 meters where 6 meters is required. Okay. Is Dan here? There he is.
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Dan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Okay. Before we get started, does anyone require a presentation?
No.
No.
Seeing none, we don't have any members of the public here, so all right, Dan. I assume you've had a chance to read the report from cities. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, thanks staff for their time and consideration of this application. We're in full agreement.
All right, great. Okay, we're back at Jeff. Jeff, any questions?
No questions at all.
All right,
Thank you.
Cheryl? No, Miriam?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, no, I really don't have any questions either. This is the sort of the last standing, piece of
Yeah.
property there that was, but no, I think it's fine. It's, 1.8 meters is probably plenty. I do have the retaining wall that's next to it, to the property next to it. How high is that retaining wall? I'm just curious.
I believe it's 1 to 2 meters. Oh, it's 2 meters off the ground on the adjacent side, but from on the 1982 side, it's 4 meters to 5 meters, depending on where you are on the site.
Wow, it's quite the
Yeah,
retaining wall.
it's quite significant. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have any other questions, so.
I'll move it.
All right, sure, we'll move.
Second.
Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 4-0. All right, to the applicant, this permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Mr. Chair. Thanks to staff. Thanks to the committee. I'll move adjournment.
All right, Cheryl will move adjournment. Jeff will second. All in favor? Motion passes 4-0. All right, we stand adjourned.
Yep.
Ta-da.
Bye, everyone.